my kitchen, my dressing as well, I add some flavor ingredients that give it a really interesting taste. So if you want to see my take on how to have a delicious, healthy, and easy potato salad, then stay for this live stream. And hopefully my prep camera is going to cooperate. We'll see. Wait, and take off a really amazing strainer that I love. Because you clip it onto any pan and strain the hot water. And I'm going to put my potatoes in now. So they were pretty small. I cut them into quarters, and the bigger ones I cut into cubes. And I didn't peel them because these are potatoes with a very thin skin. And I did that on purpose. I like to keep my potatoes unpeeled if possible because I like to have the extra nutrition that comes when you use unpeeled potatoes. And by the way, if you're watching, say hello through the chat. Welcome, everybody. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, then subscribe. I give you videos on how to make fast, easy, healthy foods as well as tips and information around food. So now I've got my potatoes. I'm going to chop the rest of the ingredients. So here I have a zucchini, and I'm adding zucchini. And I'll tell you why I'm adding zucchini, because zucchini is such a versatile vegetable. And it's very tasted, but it adds fiber and nutrition. And once again, I washed my zucchini, but I didn't peel it because I want to have that extra nutrition that comes from the zucchini around the peel. So I'm going to cut it very finely now. Okay, there we go. Because I don't want the pieces to be too big. I want the potatoes to dominate and the special ingredients. I'm going to put this inside. Now the potatoes, I left them a little bit bigger, a little more chunky. And that's on purpose because, like I said, I want the potatoes to be the dominant vegetable. Now, I'm also adding some bell red pepper. And I've got a half a red pepper here, which I'm going to cut off a little bit for the dog. I give her a little bit from time to time. And then, once again, I'm also going to cut this pretty finely as well, because I want the pieces to be quite small. I may not use all of them. We'll see. Here, I think this might be too much. I'll use it. That's okay. It won't go to waste. Because this is really for nutrition and color. Nutrition and color. And a little for the taste. You know, once again, peppers have a pretty mild taste. So I'm going to put these guys aside. And some of these are just going to give them a little summer. Potlucks. It's a great versatile, many variations that people love trying new. However, if you're eating outside and got a dish like potato salad, there are to think about. A potato salad cold so that it stays safe. If you want to know more about that, I have a video saved link to. So now we're going to get to actually before to this to add the mayonnaise. Kind of still gotta troubleshoot stuff. Sure, a teaspoon will be right. So you'll have like precisely ingredients from me. I'm gonna add 3/4 of a teaspoon. We'll taste it later and see how that looks. I'm in today, so I'm putting in about a half to it. Let's just stir this up and just see how this tastes before I add more ingredients. There's more ingredients coming, so don't worry. So everybody is doing good, and you know, potato salad any winter. I like to bring potato salad because it's just a great versatile recipe because most people love it. Let's just give this a little try. Okay. So far, the balance of the ingredients. Hang on. Get my stuff. Dill pickles, and these pickles are special. They're not ordinary dill pickles, and I'm going to cut them very fine. I'm going to have probably take my side protection grocery store where it's not returned. And in my opinion, it's worth it to. The taste is really, really good. Big pieces because I just want them to add a little, and also because pickles are crunchy, they add some crunch, and that's something else the bell pepper adds. It adds crunch. Flavor, your ability part of our taste. For almost 20 years, and some of the time I actually, as somebody who was just, because we would on the floor also and taste the existing news from the potatoes. So, and also as a QA manager, I ran the employees, so I got pretty good at that. Now, before I taste it, an apple. Now, this is the apples are sweet. Wow, food plants were that wow factor. So we're going to add apple. I'm going to add 2 apples, but since I have a whole pile of fresh peaches, because I bought a whole big season for 2 cold peaches, then I add a peninsula. It's a lot warmer there, and their peaches are amazing, especially because they're fresh. And they don't super far. So I always buy a 2. And I'll always eat peaches. Every meal has it. And I'm going to do another recipe for this tonight. So once again, as you can see, we eat with our nose, smell, but all our senses things up. These pieces, don't want them to overwhelm the potatoes. But I do want them just to add. Then they're kind of a little bit smaller. There's a couple of big. Okay. Well, all right, I'm giving up on my prep camera. Sorry, I just have to troubleshoot some more. But I will tell you what I'm doing and I will show you. Okay, so for my herbs, here I have some oregano. And I'm just going to take maybe 4 or 5 biggish leaves. I'll do 4 big and 2 smaller ones. Okay, so that's my oregano. Now I'm going to take some rosemary. Rosemary, this is rosemary, works really well with stuff that's sweet. So I'm just going to take, but it's a fairly strong herb in flavor. So I'm just going to, I wonder if I can, anyway, I'm just going to put about 4 of these because it's pretty strong. Now I've got 1 basil leaf, which I'm going to cut up. And then I have a bunch of chives. Of course, you could add onions. or shallots. I call them shallots. I think other people call them green onions. But I live in Montreal, and sometimes our English words are a little bit different here. You can add red onions. They would be really good. Or shallots, whatever you like. However, I can't work with real onions because it will give my husband an asthma attack. But I can work with chives, so that's what I'm doing. So now I'm just going to finely chop all these herbs together. Once again, I want them to be pretty small. I'm sorry you can't see what I'm doing. I'll have to troubleshoot my process again. Okay, so yeah, I just want to get them pretty fine. Anyway, fresh herbs, in my opinion, add the greatest amount of flavor, and they add a lot of nutrition. Let's see. Let me just see if I can add my prep camera back in. All right, I give up on the prep camera for now. Okay, so I have a pile about twice this much of fresh herbs that I just finely diced. So fresh herbs, they add the best flavor because they're fresh, especially if they come from your own garden. Not only that, fresh herbs have a lot of nutrition. They pack a lot of nutrition. And when you're eating them fresh, you're getting all that nutrition. So now, let's see, it's looking pretty nice. Okay, I'm going to mix in the herbs a little bit more. And we're going to do another taste test. Okay, I'm getting excited. I just love this salad. I like to test on the potato because the potato is the neutral thing. All the other ones have, all the other ingredients have a bit of more flavor. Okay, I'm not tasting the apple. I am tasting the pickle. I'm not tasting the apple yet. However, that's not a problem because it takes time for the apple flavor to mix with all the other flavors. Now I'm going to add, I think, a half a peach. We'll see, but at least a half a peach. Oh, hey, Deb. How are you doing? And hi, Sam. Nice to see you guys. Yeah, there's so much flexibility in how you do it. I've got actually several potato salad recipes, so I'll share more of them in the future. Yeah, so now I'm cutting up my half peach. And once again, I didn't peel it. There's a lot of nutrition in the peel and or just around the peel. And it also adds texture. So I prefer not to peel. If you really don't like the fuzz that you have on peaches, you can just use nectarines instead. But I love the fuzz on the peaches. Doesn't bother me one bit. So nice to see you guys here. Thanks for coming. No, thank you so much. Yeah. And the peaches are probably going to add the sweetness to the recipe faster than the apples because they have a higher water content. So the sweetness is going to move through mix with the other ingredients more quickly. So if you're in a hurry, because normally you would want to make this salad at least 3 hours before and let it sit in the fridge for 3 hours or more for the flavors to blend. But if you're in a hurry, then you can just use something like a peach or a nectarine or even a little bit of orange. But orange is, you're getting into the citrus range, and so that's going to not work so well with the pickle. Then it will it will move the sweetness faster through the whole mix. Okay, this is looking interesting. Okay, so let's give this a try. Now I'm going to try to take a piece with a little bit of peach because I just want to see how the potato and the sweetness work together. It's getting there. So by the way, I have been mixing and tasting with the same spoon. But if I was making this for other people to eat, I'm the only one that's going to eat this. My husband won't eat this. I would have a separate spoon for tasting each time because I wouldn't be putting my saliva-coated spoon back into something that I'm going to give to other people. All right, it needs, yeah, I know. I actually got the apples idea decades ago from a German potato salad recipe, and I was like, oh, that sounds really good. And then the pickles was just because I thought it needed something to kind of go punch, punch. I'm going to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar, just a little bit, because it just needs a little bit of kind of a different kind of tartness, but not the tartness from pickles and not the tartness from lemon juice. Just a little bit of that. Mix it again. And of course, if you are taking this to an outdoor party, you want to make sure that you keep it cold because it will only last an hour or so in the heat before it could potentially become dangerous to eat. This is getting really good. It'll taste better in another hour or two after it's been in the fridge. That was potato and apple. Okay. I can taste the chives. I can taste the herbs. The rosemary gave it a little bit of heat too. Even though rosemary is not known to be like a hot spice, but it's got a strong flavor, so it's kind of adding a bit of heat on the tongue, which is really interesting. I think I'm going to add the other half of the peach. That's what I'm hesitating. I'm just thinking about the flavor, and it's like, okay, there's still something missing. Okay, so this is going to be either 2 apples or 1 apple and 1 peach for this amount. And I cooked about 350, 400 grams of potatoes, just so you know about the actual quantities of everything. And okay, I'll actually leave these peach pieces a little bit bigger because they are soft. So I hope you guys have good peaches where you are. I can't eat peaches that aren't fresh and pretty local because when they come in the wintertime, when you get peaches here and they've been picked totally rock hard and they've been ripened in a truck and in a warehouse, the texture is just really not nice. I don't like it at all. So the only time of the year when I eat peaches is in the summer and they're in season. Now I'm adding, and I'm curious, Deb, is it warm enough where you live to grow peaches in Halifax? I'm not sure. I don't think so, but I'm curious. Hi, Ari, how are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, I know, I love peaches too, and I've got to use them up because they're getting really soft now, so I'm going to make some extra recipes with them. You don't have to add hard-boiled eggs, but you can. I'm going to add them, but I don't always. Sometimes I don't because I don't always eat eggs, but occasionally I do. So, and of course you could chop them up small and add them totally into the mixture, but I'm just going to add them more like a garnish. And I should make my potato salad look nice before I do that. Okay. I'm just trying to get, here I'll show you. I'm just trying to get kind of like a nice mound in the middle so that the salad looks even. I don't know how well you can see, but without my prep camera, the oregano fell on the ground and the dog is looking at it like, nah, I don't think I'm going to bother with that, which is just as well. I don't think she'd like it very much. Okay, so, and I'm going to add a little bit of radish, and I'm adding the radish because radishes are also very high in nutrition, and they have a very strong flavor, but every once in a while that flavor is nice. And they add color, so I'm adding them mostly for the color and the nutrition and the crunch. So let's add one here. I'm not perfect when it comes to chopping stuff up all the time. All right, I have one here. My sleeves. I think I need to not wear long sleeves like this. When I cook, my sleeves are getting into the food. Okay. And then I was going to add a little bit of parsley on the top. I forgot to actually add parsley inside the recipe, but that's okay. I'm just going to chop a little bit so that it's not so big. Because this is a flat leaf parsley that I'm chopping. Oh, hello, Jay. Nice to see you here. Salad cream makes it taste better. Oh, well, that's an interesting idea. I'm not quite sure what salad cream is. Is it like milk cream or... Oh, vegan. It's vegan. Yeah. Okay. That's a good idea, too. So you could use salad cream, vegan salad cream. You can grow peaches in Halifax. Oh, wow. Well, that's really impressive. And that's another reason why I always said, I want to move to Halifax. But unfortunately, I would be too far from my kids. So it's not going to happen in the near future. And who knows if it will ever happen. So here we go. This is my potato salad. I don't know how well you can see the colors. Let me see if I can get the prep camera to... I'm going to try to get the prep camera to work, and we'll see what happens. So that's the salad. I hope you like it. I'm going to give it another try and see. I've lost my spoon, and see if there's anything else I want to add. I think probably this is good. Yeah, I can start to feel the sweetness coming. After 2 hours in the fridge, this would be amazing. So you can keep this for about 3 days in the fridge. It'll be fine. And yeah, thank you everybody who came to watch, and thank you so much, Deb, for that comment. I really love it. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. You'll get recipes like this, vegan, vegetarian, with meat and fish, gluten-free, and tips and information around food. And so I'd love to see you on my channel again in the future. And if you like this video, then give me a like. And let me see if I can find my banner. Yeah, there we go. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you try this recipe, you can find me on Instagram and let me know if you like it, or you can leave a comment on YouTube. So leave me a comment if you think you might like this potato salad recipe. Thanks, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.